You're listening to Sneaky G, the Cowboy Hippie, and the Clary OG, the Two Roofs podcast on Northeast Streaming Sports.
I'ma keep it 100, you heard me? Look, to be honest, y'all ain't even on my fucking level, to be honest. Some of y'all dancing with the devil, to be honest. Y'all ain't even supposed to be here, but since we all here, let me tell you what's real, to be honest. Y'all ain't even...
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Stefan, a.k.a. Sticky G. But I'm chilling with my home dog, Michigan Wolverine National Champion, the Clary OG.
What's going on, guys?
And I'm also kicking it with, you know I'm going to tag you back, the Cowboy Hippie.
What's up with it?
Hey, don't think I didn't see that TikTok.
Hey,
Don't
hey.
think I didn't see that TikTok.
Hold on.
Yeah.
How long have you worn that shirt for, dude?
I'm until y'all notice it. Really?
Yes. You had to think about it. Oh my
Because
God.
Dak is my quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I'll die for him. That's how I feel.
Oh,
man.
okay.
That's a true fan. Sorry, guys. I'm not really crying. I just I ate an orange a while ago and I rubbed my eyes and yeah, they're killing me right now. So don't think I'm crying for my
Well,
Cowboys.
I'm actually crying because the Cowboy Hippie and Clary OG, they're just that beautiful.
Dude, I mean, I know. Hey, I was live earlier, man. There's a girl hollering at me, dude, with my wife next to me. I was like, oh shit. Hey, but you know me, I let it be known. You know.
Go
what I
ahead and
mean?
start
I'm
that
like,
OnlyFans.
hey, you know what? We're thinking about it, bro. We're thinking about it.
The wife was talking about too, doing it with their hands.
Whoa, that. Hey, whatever you're into, Ish.
Hey.
Whatever you into,
Hey,
Cowboy
hey,
Hippie.
it's not what I'm into. It's what the creeps are into to pay the OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying?
Ish, please say that again slowly. Hold on, let me take some notes.
Yeah. Just I mean, get ready for it's gonna be out there.
Well,
OnlyFans hands.
Hey, I was really thinking about doing some with the beard, man. I mean, dude, people, there's freaks out there, bro. There's
Hey,
freaks out there.
hey, they'll pay. Hey, we were just talking about them paying for us to do some dumb shit. So there you go.
It's on, baby.
Hey, they don't want to see my feet. That's for damn sure.
So, guys, if you don't know, Sneaky G Man just got back from Vegas. He was in for the Vegas meet and greet in Las Vegas with all the other TikTok. How was it, Sneaky? I mean,
Well, I'm going to tell you guys right now. What they say, stay in Vegas. What you do in Vegas, it's not true. Chlamydia follows you everywhere. I don't care what.
So you're saying TikTok? What's TikTok star gave you?
No, okay.
What's going on?
I was going to say herpes, but that'd have been a little too extreme. But no,
Jake
no,
Paul.
I actually.
Oh, we're getting into that in a little while. We're getting into that in a little while.
What you call it? I'm speechless right now. I was gonna go another direction, but yeah, look. I understand that people like to hang out and chill and all, but it is what it is. I don't know about you guys. I did get my first shot of the vaccine, and
it wasn't Johnson & Johnson, was it?
Did you get it in the butt?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I opted out of that one.
You opted out.
Yeah, that one.
Peanut butter shot?
Yeah, because it was actually peanut butter jelly time when I got that shot. Yes, Cowboy Hippie. Yeah.
Hey, you want to hear something funny about the shot, dude? Hey, so
what's up?
So I just thought of it right now. So I had the flu this a few years ago. My wife's waiting in there in the waiting room. I might have told Cowboy Hippie this. So the nurse comes in, man, and she was like, "Hey, the shot, we're gonna put it in the butt, okay?" Bro, I did like old school, like 5-year-old. I pulled my shorts and boxers all the way down.
Bro.
And Erica, hey, my wife was in there and she's like, "You're stupid, fool." I said, "What?" And the nurse started laughing and everything, man.
Damn, dude.
Hey, I wanted to make him laugh, bro. You know what I mean?
It was chilly out.
No, I didn't. I
They were
didn't show the
definitely
butt,
they were
dude.
definitely
I,
laughing.
I showed the full butt, man. That's what I'm saying, dude.
Oh, that's too funny. That's too funny.
Hey man, I know the reason why I asked about that peanut butter shot. I don't know if you got that when you're in the military, Sneaky. It knocked people out once they got that shot.
Oh man, I probably did. Now I'm glad. Now, did you get the actual needle or did you get the like the gun?
Both.
Oh, you got. Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
That gun was brutal.
Now,
And go ahead.
let me
go ahead.
ask you: are you scared of needle, Sneaky, or and Clary OG?
Come on, bro.
No.
Come
no.
on, dude.
No, listen. I got tattoos also,
Yeah.
but I'm scared of needles. I am terrified.
No,
of
I'm not scared of needles at all, dude.
Yeah, no.
I'm scared of guacamole, and that's about it.
Guacamole.
Yeah.
Why are you afraid of guacamole? What's up with
I'm
that?
deathly allergic to it.
Wow. Okay.
Deathly.
Okay. I'm not deathly, but those around me are because it gives me gas. So, but other than that, right? Hey, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh,
we almost killed Clary OG on live radio.
Well, what happened?
He took a bite of somebody's burrito, and luckily, he did not have guacamole in it.
Yeah.
On live broadcast.
And that's unfortunate being married into my family that I married into, where they eat that with almost everything, you know, and it sucks, you know, that I'm just and this is crazy though. So I acquired the allergy as an adult. I used to not be allergic to it as a kid.
Oh,
So
Okay.
I acquired that as an adult. The same with naproxen. Naproxen's in Aleve. Same thing with naproxen. I used to take naproxen for sports to recover, help me recover. And one day at work, I think I was in my mid-20s, I took some naproxen and I started swelling up. So I acquired naproxen and a guacamole allergy as an adult, and it happens.
That's crazy.
Do you have an EpiPen?
Yes,
just
I
in
do.
case?
I do.
Okay.
I do carry EpiPens because I never know now. I've only had to use it once. And that was because another time I was at another cookout, Cowboy Hippie, and I took a bite of my friend's burger because it looked real good, and it had guacamole on it. So
maybe that should just teach you to stop biting other people's damn food.
I know, right?
that's what I did, bro.
Yeah, eat your own. Eat your
Mark
own.
does that. Mark does that. He'll like, "What are you eating?" And he'll just grab a little piece of your plate.
I'm kind of a caveman like that, bro. I just grab shit, man. You know.
But he always gets his plate first.
hey. So this is what he's saying, Sneaky. We'll be chilling at a cookout.
He does this every time, by the way.
We'll be hanging out, and my wife just brings me a plate, and my wife just brings me a plate, and I sit there and I go, "What's up, Cowboy Hippie? You jealous or what?"
He's always the first one to get the plate.
Yeah.
So,
Single time.
okay.
Yes.
Oh, Claire, we got something in common. My wife does the same thing.
Hey.
She does the same thing. Yeah.
But
mine does it. She just takes a little time.
Yo, guys, if you don't know, me and Cowboy Hippie are married into the same family, so that's why we see each other a lot. We hang out at a lot of things together, and he does get the shaft on a lot of stuff when it comes. Thank you, Vivi. Let him.
Oh wow.
And keep making him last on the food, man, because Big Boy here likes to get his food first.
Yes, I do. No, I'm terrified of needles. When they're giving me the shot, I have to turn away and really concentrate because if not, I'll probably pass out. But tattoos, I could look at them, do it all day. It's weird.
Ooh.
So with needles, with shots, I'm okay because it's like one shot, that's it. But with tattoos, I literally got to get into a zone. I just gotta kind of zone out a little bit. Now I have a tattoo on my rib, on my right rib. That was painful, and the funny thing is that was my daughter. That was Sierra's, my oldest. Her first tattoo. She got it at 16 because in Colorado you could get tattoos earlier
with the parent intent, right? Or
yes,
whatever it is.
Yes, and he she didn't flinch at all. I acted like a little boy.
She got on the ribs too.
Well, she got on the side, but
Okay.
when he was because mine's it's a Masonic tattoo, and when it's a circle, and when he was curling up, I'm like this mother. I mean, it was something else.
I love the pain. I love the feeling of tattoos.
Yeah, I that's why I say I zone out. I mean, I kind of like that.
After the first 10, 15 minutes, once it's numb.
Yeah.
that's the
What about
feeling.
Mark? You got tattoos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought so.
So that's how crazy times have changed, Sneaky, because I too got a tattoo in high school, and back in the early 90s when you're a kid getting a tattoo, I immediately was affiliated with a gang. It was this. And that's
Right.
that's how much the time look at hippie look no, but that's how much the times have changed, as far as I remember them calling me in the office and talking about it. All it was my last name. And I was like,
That's it.
guys, that's me. And they're like, we got to call your mom. I was like, yeah, my mom's aware of it, guys. So I was like, what the hell's going on? But I was the only dude at the time with one. It was at that era where, and times have changed, but I didn't know that she got it at 16. I didn't even know that was legal. So that's the first, I learned something every day.
I want to say it was 2009, 2010. I was in Seattle, out of all places. Somebody handed me a pamphlet and said, people with tattoos, or like parents with tattoos, are more inclined to be abusive, or more something abusive. And on the bottom part, it was actually, I'm not going to say what church, but it was a religious pamphlet. And they handed it to me, and I looked at it, and I know they saw my tattoos. I know they saw that. And I'm like, what am I going to do? I'm not going to, what do you expect me to do with this now? And then I just hand it back and let them be about their way. But I mean, it's
wipe your tattoo and it'll be gone.
Yeah. I don't know what the whole purpose of it was.
No,
now with my Hispanic family, they're very strict on tattoos. For the longest, my mom wanted me to wear a long sleeve to not show my grandparents because they're very old school. So let's just say when my parents saw my tattoos, they weren't really happy about it. And till this day, my mom would, I'll tell her what the work I want to get. She's still like, "Are you sure? It's gonna look ugly when you're older." I'm like, "Listen, I'm already ugly. So what do you want me to do?"
I'll talk to her about it, dude. Okay? I'll talk to her about it.
Over a candlelight dinner or something. I mean,
hey, Sneaky, you don't add to it, baby. Okay. Hey, but you know what? Hey.
That was the first time I ever said anything. Remember that, Ish. Remember that.
But you know what? Cowboy Hippie hit on something perfectly because my wife, had tattoos at a young age too. Jose, my father-in-law, dude, they didn't know until she was married to me. And I was like, what?
Yeah, they're very strict.
And I said, look, this is, and I'll never forget the conversation. I was like, you have your own house, you have your own life. I go, let them know. And then her sister got one, and we had to hide that. I don't know if you remember this, Cowboy Hippie. We hid it for like a year, and then the mom saw it one day, and dude, we're talking about late 20s, early 30s, man.
I got a funny story to tell you. So this is my favorite tattoo. One way it says family, and the other way says McNeil. It has my last name.
Pretty dope.
Right?
That's pretty dope.
I appreciate that. And I would like to say I got the idea, but friends that I grew up with came up with it. They hit me up. I mean, they live in Phoenix, and they're like, "Hey, we're doing this, and I know you want to be a part of it." They sent me a picture. At the time, they sent me the website to where you could do it for free. Anyway, so I'm proud of it, right? I mean, it's finally healing. I told a family member, right? And they were single at the time, and they said, Stefan, tattoos are sin. And I'm like, okay, when was the last time you had sex? Because the person wasn't married. And he was like, touche.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, thank you.
There you go. No, it's just crazy how tattoos over the past, I'll say, let's say 50 or 60 years has grown into, I mean, I remember when growing up, my dad would always say, if they always saw a tattoo on you, you wouldn't get the job. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
And
yep.
I grew up hearing this, and so here I go having a sleeve, and now it's so common. I mean, people all around the workforce have tattoos, gauges, and it's just a new thing. So I'm just trying to figure out what took it so long for it to get to that. Because what does tattoos have to do with the person? That dude's a horrible person because he's got sleeves and earrings. You know what I mean? Why did it have to get to that point?
Well, I mean, if you recall, a couple years back, the Army redid the regs regarding tattoos.
Yep.
And now you can't have sleeves anymore. They have to go down to your elbows.
Mhm.
When before you can have it all the way down to your wrist.
Yeah.
But then they changed it, which I don't understand why.
That's why I didn't get in the Air Force because of my chest tattoo. Because they said a certain uniform, it will show it, which was bullshit. Because it's all the way down here. What uniform is a V-neck? You know what I'm saying? So it's just a head tattoo.
Adam, shout out. Not only does he have a head tattoo, but he has a masterpiece on it. It says Giants, and it is sick. It is.
Does he
awesome.
really?
Yeah.
Like is it bald? Like across a dome or what? Where is it?
No, it's in the back. It's in the back.
I hope you have a giant head. That's because that's the only way it'll make sense to me.
I think Sneaky needs to do that, man. Sneaky's not a super fan until he gets his tattooed head. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Y'all ain't super fans. So then, Clary, you got to get a Stars and a Dallas Cowboy.
Hey, I will.
I got my Cowboys on here somewhere.
Sneaky.
I know. I got my tattoo on my shoulder. What?
I will. I'm down.
No. Don't call my bluff, please. Please.
Hey. Sneaky always covered up. That's why I'm like, I'm down, dude.
You still owe us the St. Louis Blues.
I know. Shut up. Just shut up.
And wait.
Ooh, I should have said the word. You still owe me Whataburger, dude. I don't want to hear it.
Yep, I was gonna say it.
All right, guys. I'm not supposed to cuss anymore because our new affiliation. So
no, you can't. You just can't say the F word. But
I almost did.
I know, but you caught it though. You caught it. You did it.
Hey, can we jump into something that happened this weekend? A big event, sports. Can we jump into it?
There was a knitting competition that was amazing.
So guys, as we know, Jake Paul, fought Ben Askren. Okay, and I talked about this earlier with other people. So Ben Askren is an MMA fighter. He fought in the UFC. He's a multi-champion in MMA. He never won the UFC belt, but so this was interesting. I'm going to tell you why. Ben Askren is a straight grappler wrestler, okay? And he's out of shape. He's kind of washed up.
Yeah.
So it was interesting when they took this fight. I don't know if he needed money because obviously money is always a drive. But Jake Paul, a lot of people were like, oh, there's no way Jake Paul's going to win. Well, look, guys, Jake Paul was a favorite going into the fight in Vegas. So it wasn't like this.
He went in there trained.
Oh, no. Don't let Jake Paul fool you with his YouTube shit.
I'm going to tell you right now. I saw little bits of it. Of course, I saw the end result. But when they did the weigh-in,
I had a better body than the other dude.
Jake Paul looked like he was ready.
I'm in better shape than Ben Askren, bro.
I was going to say, I think I'm in better shape.
I was like, Ben, what are you doing?
And I was wondering, I'm glad you brought that up because when I saw him, I'm like, this ain't who I think it is. Is it? And because, he has that indent on his nose, and apparently he now has an indent on his chin.
Shout out Jorge Masvidal for putting that indent in his face.
Dude. Oh, is that
he had the quickest knockout in UFC history. Also, this guy's also taking the quickest knockout and lost to Jake Paul.
Dude, he just took two.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. With the knee.
The flying
knee. Yeah. Wow.
Well, here's my question, dude. Here's hey, Becky, how are you?
Hey, Becky, how you doing?
This is my question to you guys, man. So Jake Paul doing this. This is the problem I have with boxing right now. Boxing's at a really decline.
Agree.
Do we start promoting it as more of a circus job now, a circus sport? Because what Jake Paul's doing is fantastic on his end.
Right.
Fantastic. He is setting himself up for a major payday. You watch. He's going to grab himself a retired Floyd Mayweather, a Conor McGregor. Mark my words. This is going to happen. I guarantee it. And it's going to be a huge, huge payday, bro. And get this. I'm going to tell you something, bro. Floyd Mayweather is getting older. How much would this tarnish the great Floyd Mayweather if he gets caught with a right for Jake Paul, bro? Now, in his prime, I wouldn't even think about it. I wouldn't even think he wouldn't even get touched.
Yeah.
But, dude, a one punch, and, dude, his whole career gets tarnished because he loses to Jake Paul.
So Mayweather's a smart man.
Right.
If he even has an inkling
Right.
that he's going to hit the mat, he ain't going to take the fight.
Dude, I'm
He ain't
his age, but dude, look, look, that is $100 million fight, and I'm not lying.
Easy.
At least, right? At least.
But Mayweather, he's going to take 80, and then Jay Paul takes
it's going to be more.
Which is more than
he did with McGregor, right?
know?
I mean, he did the same thing.
No, it was $300 million, bro. McGregor took
I'm saying he took more.
Yeah, he took more, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
I'd be more excited with this Mayweather versus Jake Paul fight than I would be the McGregor and Mayweather fight.
No, not May. I'm talking about.
No, I'm saying I would be more excited with if Jake Paul and Mayweather fought than the McGregor and Mayweather fight.
No,
because McGregor Mayweather was
McGregor and Jake Paul, dude. McGregor's calling out Jake Paul also.
Yeah,
I like that.
Hey, see, either one of them, bro.
Oh, but when does Jake Paul actually fight a professional boxer?
Well, they're doing the right thing.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Well,
so
hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Look, Canelo faced at least 20 cans before he faced a real opponent. This is what you do in boxing. You build up your record. You build up your.
But those guys are still boxers. He's fighting dudes that never boxed unless the past
Cowboy
year.
Hippie. You're fighting dudes at the beginning of your career that are 2-12, 4-16. Come on, bro. You know this. You're around the sport. So.
Okay,
there's nothing wrong with what Jake Paul's doing.
No. What he's doing is the right thing. He's getting his bag. At the same time, it's embarrassing the sport of boxing, but it's not because of what he is doing. It's just because of where the sport is going. Canelo cannot be the only one holding the boxing organization up. Right. He's got Ryan Garcia. He's got Ruiz coming up, but that's it. That's all you really have. You know, and you could say 15 years ago, you could say a lot more names, Pacquiao, Marquez, Magrito, so many fighters, Mayweather. So to me, this is the only way they're going to have to bring boxing up now is these celebrity fights. You know what I mean? Now it's going to be, look at De La Hoya. I mean, he wants to fight now.
Wait, it's about that money, dude.
It's all
no
about
one cares
the money.
about the belt anymore. They care about that bag.
Yep, exactly.
Danny White just called.
I want to see Danny White versus Oscar De La Hoya. UFC versus Golden Boy. There's always been a clash because this has been going on for a while. De La Hoya made comments about Dana White years ago, saying that UFC would never be as big as boxing. And look at it now. And now look at it, yeah. Well, I want to take a step back now, Claire. You're about to answer my question. With Jake, let's look at the two opponents Jay Paul fought. Okay, Nate Robinson, right? Both amateurs, and then we could, we can argue, say it was what do you call it? Was it a no? I don't want to say a lucky punch, but he kind of just landed it,
No, that was a very good punch, actually. If you go back and watch what he did,
but his head was down.
You do that though. You still know where you're throwing. Mm-hmm. The problem is if he doesn't connect on that punch, he's very off balance. And so that's why you don't throw that a lot. But
I will say this last fight, that punch that he hit to knock him down, that was nice.
That's yeah.
So who do you want Jake Paul to fight next then?
I want to see him fight a real boxer, not a huge name, but I want to see him fight what do they call him? A gatekeeper, someone that's been around the sport, you gotta show off your skills. Maybe fight, because I think Pacquiao's still too good for him, bro. I think
what about De La Hoya?
That's very interesting, dude.
I would watch it.
I think I would actually.
We might have the old school carne asada again, Cowboy Hippie, with that fight. Get the family together
Oh
again.
yeah, it's got to be on Cinco de Mayo. I mean,
We-
that would be.
Oh, it would be. It would
Yeah.
be.
Oh yeah.
You know, I got mad props for what Jake Paul's doing, man. Look, he's also the man is set. Okay, he jumped into a very violent game, and I know he knows that dude. Let's be real. The guy's a genius. Whatever he's had to do, he's made it. But he's jumped into a violent game. I respect the man for what he's doing, bro. I have no hate for what he's doing. I just eventually, if he wants to stay in this game and be relevant, he's gonna have to fight a gatekeeper, somebody.
Yeah.
And then we'll see. Like, hey, if he knocks out a gatekeeper, you're like, well, shit, dude. He might get himself a money fight.
Now, there's a video on YouTube of him taking a punch by Ryan. I don't know if y'all seen this. It's like the Ryan Garcia body punch challenge, where they put the pad on their stomach and he gives them a body shot. And apparently, Jake Paul had to go to the hospital after it but this is when he first started training,
right?
And for him to still continue to box after that, that just shows that he does have the heart, and you have to have that as a boxer.
Well,
you know?
I did see some of his sparring with a UFC fighter, Mike Perry. Look up Mike Perry. They sparred together. Apparently, from hearing from the camps and stuff, Mike Perry's a relevant fighter. He fights now. He's active. Apparently, Jake Paul put it to Mike Perry as well. So, and Mike Perry's a stand-up fighter in the UFC. He's considered a stand-up fighter. So when I heard that, even I was like, if he's sparring with Mike Perry, now Mike Perry's not a boxer by any means, but he is considered a stand-up fighter in the UFC.
Yeah.
But apparently he put it to Mike Perry, dude, and that's when I was like, this dude is. Mike Perry even admitted it. Mike Perry, they talked about it.
Yeah.
So,
Why do you think he's doing this? Because I mean, if you remember, Jay Paul had that big situation, like going to Japan, and he was in there.
Suicide.
Yep. He was out there, and then filming, and actually, there was somebody there, and a lot of his channels got erased, deleted, whatever you want to call it. But he was already set, though.
Yeah.
And he was still making money even after the fact. So my thing is, I mean, I commend him because it takes a lot of balls to step in the ring. I mean, we all could say that.
Look, what you just said, that's why I've stepped into a ring. I've done the walk. Let me tell you guys, it's so scary when they close the doors and I don't care who you are. You can say you're tough and badass, but you're locked in there with somebody that's going to take your head off. Mm-hmm. So that's why Jake Paul stepping into this game. I think he got bored. I think he got bored with life. Something happened where he and you got to have that mentality. You got to have a no F's given mentality to already do that, so to speak. You know what I mean? Because when you the adrenaline rush, dude. The last time I ever did, I was in Fort Worth. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. You don't even hear the crowd. You don't hear nothing. Your adrenaline, and that's why the sport's so hard, because you got to learn how to control your adrenaline. You can jump in that ring and lose your energy in 30 seconds, and people don't realize that.
Oh yeah.
And so once you control that, but God, man, you're right, Sneaky. Bored, just want to make a point, try to challenge himself. I don't know.
Well, I got a little theory about this. Well, okay, I think he's so smart that he kind of saw that if he really want to, let's say, retire early, could you really do that with YouTube?
But he's banked though. He got some money.
No, he did lose some stuff after what he did. So the next thing is well, he's always been known as one of the biggest YouTube stars ever.
Right.
Why not make him the most badass YouTube star? And that's what he did. And so now this is going to bring in a thing of, let's say in the next year, the next two TikTok stars are going to start doing a fight, an exhibition fight. Or now you're starting to see a lot more retired. Like I think Cotto is about to fight somebody again.
He is. Cotto's coming back.
You're starting to see a lot of old players or old fighters come out, and maybe it's going to help the game of boxing. I'm not quite sure. I kind of think the reason why it's also going down is because of Oscar De La Hoya. If y'all didn't see what happened last night, he was interviewing with Snoop Dogg and a couple other guys, and that dude was just drunk and coked out of his mind.
Yeah.
And this is not the first time De La Hoya has done this. So this is the guy who's been doing all the big fights. Before DA Zone, it was Golden Boy production.
Right.
And now that Canelo's pretty much got DA Zone to himself, he can push out De La Hoya out of this easily.
Right.
And it's gonna happen. And I think a fight for De La Hoya is gonna come. And if he's gonna get his ass beat by Dana White, I hope so. And that might ruin his career.
Dana White has a boxing background.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it's not like the dude. But what's that?
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Jake Paul's net worth is $11 million.
Okay.
So I mean, I don't know.
Make for the fight. Do you know?
I don't. I could probably check it out.
I'm not even sure.
Yeah,
I wonder how much he made for that fight. Because let's say he made $3 million, right?
Mhm.
And that's not even that big of a fight. So he fights McGregor next. Let's say next year. That's easily gonna make his net worth jump up double, right?
Oh, that's a
so
$25 million fight, dude.
Oh,
on this fight, it said he has a 600. It's like 690,000 salary for his fight against Ben Askren per MMA fighting, but he will likely earn even more than that. And it says in an interview with ESPN, Mark, I can't pronounce his last name, in December, Paul revealed he made an 8-figure for his fight against Nate Robinson. 8 figures to fight Nate Robinson? Oh, that's probably after the fact. He said, yeah. which is a minimum of $10 million. So that
Nate Robinson had no being in that ring. He should have never went in that ring.
That net worth is not included with what he raised or what he has. I got hiccups now. No, from this last fight, or even Nate Robinson.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, if he made that much after this fight, it's only, I don't know how big it's going to get in the next 2 years, and he's going to be the main reason for it. Him and Dana White might make their own celebrity production of fights. Hey, if you're a TikTok star, if you're a badass lawyer, who gives a shit? Just come in, because there's always beef going around. It's not just the celebrities, NBA players, NFL players. I'm sure they're gonna want to fight each other in the ring for 3 rounds.
And here's the kicker, bro. If you fight him as an amateur, you don't even got to pay him. And that's and that's where that's where a lot of stuff can happen, man. In that sport. But you touched on a lot of good things, man. I mean, look. Let's say someone calls me out on TikTok, bro. Okay, just regular. Calls me out. Do you know what that's gonna do for my personal community? And that, guys, we're beefing, we're talking. That's gonna hype it up too. So you could get 2 regular Joes that have a decent following. Let's say 500,000 something. All of a sudden, bro, you could hype up 2 regular dudes that are gonna go through a 3-round amateur fight, and people are. And social media's gotten so big, they're gonna want to see me and Sneaky or me and Cowboy Hippie throw down. They're gonna be like, shit, yeah, you can hear these dudes talking shit.
No, you won.
Hold on, Sneaky. Your social media account is going from 500,000 now to 2 million to 2.5 to 3 million. I'm telling you, man. I'm saying because people.
I'll be a manager. I'll be a manager. If I already get out of bed and Uncle Sam, pays me, because when I get out of bed, my body's like Rice Krispie treats, crack, snackle, and pop. There is no way in hell I'm going to be in a ring trying to fight somebody.
Well, so look, go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go.
I was going to say, so look, like an amateur 3-rounder.
I'll tell you what. I would want Ant to fight for me, to battle by combat, for a trial by combat with Ant.
Well, even like an amateur. So what the low end amateurs fight is 3 rounders, 3 rounds, 1 minute rounds. Dude, go do that for 3 rounds, 1 minute only. You will die if you're not in shit. You will die.
We actually did that for we call it PT in the Army. It's physical training. And we had an ex-boxer that joined the service, and he kind of got it towards, he was like in his early 30s. And yeah, we did a PT with him hitting that bag for 2 minutes.
Yes.
Within 15 seconds, you're done. You're done.
Yeah, but now you throw another human being that's throwing
Yeah,
punches at you.
right back at you. Yeah.
And it just takes it
And,
even
and
more
you're,
out.
and you're jumping. I mean, yeah.
And you're
Starting
fighting
to
the
think about the body shots. Oof.
Oh, look, yeah, Anthony is right, man.
I'd be
I would-
dead in the first 30 seconds. Yeah.
I couldn't make it through a 3-round 1 minute fight right now.
Townicus, thank you. Thank you, Townicus.
I got a quick question for y'all. Would you take a body shot from Canelo for $1 million?
Oh yeah,
Sneaky?
I'd piss blood for 3 weeks, but I would do it.
You sure would.
Yeah.
Taking a body shot from Canelo now is taking a headshot from Tyson back in his prime.
You might even die, but you're absolutely gonna piss blood for a good 3 weeks. But yeah, for $1 million, dude, I would do it for $500K. Fuck, I mean, shoot, I would do it for $100K, bro. What am I thinking, man?
But your damn hospital bill will be $999,099.
Or I might die. My funeral costs,
Yeah, exactly. And then don't forget, you got to pay taxes on that $1 million. So you gotta you're losing money. So I'm gonna bow out of it. I'll watch. I'll bring the popcorn.
I just saw some very disturbing in our comments. Somebody said Canelo is trash. Loops.
Okay, so look, I know Loops where he's going with this. He is Mayweather's #1 fanboy. That's where he's going. With. Yeah. So that's what it is.
I understand being a fanboy, but you can't say Canelo's trash. You know what I mean?
He says he likes Mayweather like Sneaky likes Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones. Sorry ass.
I gotta do it one show. I gotta throw it in there for every episode.
Dude,
one time.
Daniel Jones is.
You know what? I'll tell you what. Daniel Jones and Dak have something in common. They have the same amount of NFC Championship appearances.
I'm going
to say that until the end.
Oh, man.
No, but listen. To talk about a little bit with football since we brought it up, it really made me had me thinking this week. Is our division the worst in the NFL? I understand what happened last year was a little bit, different with COVID and no fans and stuff like that. But do we have the worst division?
No. I think in my opinion, I'll say the NFC North. Yes, Packer Nation and Bears and Detroit and
Minnesota.
Yeah, they're probably gonna come after me, but I think they might be in the running for one of the worst divisions.
I agree with you, dude. I do agree with you. I don't know what's Cowboy Hippies, but I was going to say the same division, man. I mean,
NFC North.
Yeah, the Packers, dude. I mean, it's come on, dude. I still say our division though.
I'm gonna have to say our division too. Most divisions, even the NFC North, out of the teams that you said, at least out of those 3 teams, they have good starting quarterbacks. They have the Red Rocket, Jared Goff, Aaron Rodgers, and who am I thinking? Who am I not?
Exactly.
Okay, so that's at least 3. That's at least 3.
No, you said Aaron Rodgers. Who else?
Jared Goff,
Kirk Cousins.
Well, you had to think about Kirk Cousins.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Kirk Cousins and Jared Goff. I'm not going to count Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton's garbage.
Jared. Well, I mean, I think Jared. I'll give props to Jared Goff because he took his team to a Super Bowl. Didn't win, and I'll give props to Aaron Rodgers because he actually won one. But then again, we got to look at the 4 conference games, especially the one he lost at home. I don't know, but I believe, you know what? I won't even put that loss on Rodgers. I'll put that on the coach because when you got an MVP quarterback,
you go for the touchdown.
Yeah, you don't go with fourth down. I mean, there's something
that's haunting.
Now, did you see what Sean McVay said about Jared Goff? That he couldn't read defenses, especially on 3rd down, and I kind of figured this about 2 years ago that he couldn't because Now, if you didn't know, if you're a quarterback, you can talk to your coach for what isn't until 15 seconds is left on the clock. He would
Well,
take.
you mean you could talk to the quarterback? The quarterback can't respond back.
Yeah, exactly. And him and Goff would take every second to talk to each other during those plays, because if it wasn't for the coach, Jared Goff would be lost. And if you see that in a quarterback, would that make you nervous? That your own quarterback, who's supposed to be the head honcho, can't read a defense, can't tell the plays what to do, can't change it at the line. Would you want that on your team?
No, dude. No. You look, man. I heard that what you said, and I went back and watched some. I went and watched some Jared Goff video, man.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I see what he was saying, dude. But dude, that's still. You're looking at so many young quarterbacks in the league, man. That the reading is the number one thing, man. When it comes down to these guys, what separates them a lot is the ability to stay in the pocket and the ability to let the play out. And if it's not there, you check down or whatever. But that's Jared Goff. That wasn't his game, bro. That first read's not there, and he's in trouble. But yeah, you could see that. That's what separates. That's one of the main reasons that separates the Bradys, the Rodgers. That they can change on the fly, they can check down, and look. Let's be real. Half of Brady's plays are slants or check downs,
right?
But dude, that's part of the game. He's smart. He's smart, and you don't need that 80-yard bomb every damn play, bro.
Right. Well, like in baseball, the curveball, or is it the fastball sets up the curveball or the breaking ball?
Either
it's this. Yeah, it's the same thing in football. I mean, you throw those little dig outs, dig ins, and then you go for the long ball. But at the same time, you're right. But Brady, I think Brady's in a whole class on his own.
Exactly.
And he even showed that in the first Super Bowl that he played in against the Rams, when you would hear John Madden talking about, they should run, go for the field goal. But then they just the tie. I'm sorry, to go for overtime.
Yeah, you're right.
But then they go down the field and win the game. So, I mean, Brady's in a class on his own. But when you start looking at the Rodgers, the Brees, I mean, there is something different about them.
Right.
I mean, that's facts. I mean,
and the way that Brady, look, dude, I think Cowboy Hippie's faster than Tom Brady. Not being mean, but I really think, well, maybe I am, because we know I'm faster than you. But anyways, Brady's not going to run. That's how smart he is, dude. He's not going to. Everybody knows he's not going to run. He's going to stand in that pocket,
and they still can't stop him.
And he's either going to throw it away or he's going to buckle down and take a sack, because he has he's going to stay. He has confidence in himself.
Yeah.
That I can take this 7-yard loss. I'll make it up, man. We'll get it back.
No, but with the NFL changing, would you still want a quarterback like that? This is why I think Trevor Lawrence might not be the best quarterback in this draft. It's either going to be Zach Wilson or Justin Fields, because the way the NFL is changing, you really don't want a pocket quarterback no more. Now, Trevor Lawrence, he can run, but he really doesn't like to do that. He's just like Brady. He gets the quick, routes. It's the slant, he'll just throw it straight there, or just dip it to his halfback. And Clemson has always had good receivers, good offensive line, and good running backs. How is he going to do that in the NFL? Zach Wilson had no talent around him at BYU. You know what I mean? Justin Fields changed the whole game of quarterbacks in Ohio State. Before, nobody at Ohio State was a good quarterback until Justin Fields.
Hey, Haskins, dude, was a good quarterback.
Was not a good quarterback
at Ohio State. He was.
No way.
What are you talking about, bro? I watched every game he played.
He was no way. He's no way. No.
Okay.
But I mean, people are so big on Trevor Lawrence. I mean, it's been for 2 years now that everybody's like, "Oh, Trevor Lawrence is going to be the best prospect coming out since Peyton Manning, since Andrew Luck." I don't think so, and I know I'm not the only one who thinks that. So don't be surprised by next year. Zach Wilson and Fields have better years than them.
Loops 915 Haskins was always trash. Okay, all right. Let's slow down a little bit on anointing any quarterbacks right now, especially in this year's draft. It takes a minute for a quarterback to develop, and what I mean by a minute, at least a minimum of 3 years, a minimum. And I'm not saying this because this is Jones's third year. No, I'm not saying that. However, I will say this: and everything has to be perfect for that quarterback. Meaning, they have a consistency in offensive coordinator. They have a consistency in the head coaching position. Because I promise you this, when Winston, if I'm not mistaken, Haskins, for example, when he was drafted, he had 1 year under Gruden, and then he got fired, and then Rivera was there, and then we saw the end result. Now, granted, some of that was self-inflicted, but you got to have a consistency in coaching and also in personnel. I mean that sets you up for success.
Hey, Cowboy Hippie and Loops 915. Listen to this. He played 1 full season at Ohio State as a starter.
Mm-hmm.
He passed for 5,000 yards and had 50 touchdown passes. Tell me that's a bad year in college football, bro.
How many air yards did he have?
Bro,
I mean, you would know that, but
air yards. Yeah, no, but let's who they play? I mean,
they play in the Big Ten.
No. I know that, but the non-conference schedule. I mean,
I don't have that, dude. But I'm just saying, I just want to show that to these guys. Those are good numbers. No one would have taken a chance on him if he didn't have those numbers. Now, once again, you're playing surrounded by, you have all these athletes that are better than the other team.
Mm-hmm.
I get that. It's college football.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, those numbers are pretty damn good, bro. I mean, let's be real, man.
Well, who was that quarterback with Ohio State that his first start was in the Big Ten championship?
JT Barrett, wasn't it?
Huh?
JT Barrett?
No,
it
it
wasn't.
was a guy. He was a big kid too, man.
Yeah.
I know who he is, dude.
Well, the point I'm trying to make, so he won. His first 3 starts was big games, and he got into the NFL, and he wasn't successful.
I mean, look at Jamarcus Russell.
And that's because he loved cheeseburgers. Okay. But then, you look at other. Yes, thank you, thank you, Loops. Yes. Cardell Jones, yes, sir. Thank you. And he will forever have a national championship ring with Zeke. But he didn't make it in the NFL. I cannot think of any Ohio State quarterback that made it in the NFL. I mean, if someone has, please let me know. I'll wait.
You're absolutely right. There's not. But
and I don't know.
I believe Justin Fields is going to change that this year.
Well, I hope so, because the reputation doesn't look good so far. But then again, you look at other schools like Florida. Like what big name?
Oklahoma quarterbacks are never good.
I was going to say. I was going to say that too.
Heupel, Josh White. Heupel, Josh White, all Heisman winners. Who else?
Sam Bradford.
Bradford was, we know what happened to Name one ish. Name one besides
Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray.
Baker Mayfield's not yet. Dude, but we're talking about those prime Oklahoma teams that a quarterback that took them to title runs.
Okay, well, but
Big 12 championships.
Well, not only that, they went to national championship games too.
Mm-hmm.
And Kyler has something in his back pocket. He has his old coach.
Right.
Didn't he coach him in high school, or they have some kind of relationship?
He was there. He was at Texas Tech at the same time as Baker Mayfield was, and once he saw that he couldn't make the team. That's when he transferred to Oklahoma.
Right.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
Both Baker and Kyler Murray were at Texas Tech, and they transferred to Oklahoma. And that's when Oklahoma has talent too. Oklahoma is the Ohio State of the Big 12. They get all the talent on the offensive side. Now, defensive side, there's no defense in the Big 12. That's where you're going to find a lot of your receivers and maybe offensive linemen, because that's all the Big 12 is offense. And that's why, the Big Ten is defense. Michigan, Ohio State, they got great defensive players.
Right.
And I know we're talking about the draft, but guys, please correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't it seem like this year it's taking forever for the draft to get here?
Yes, I agree. I swear it used to be in the middle of April or sometimes in the beginning. Now it's all the way till May, in the beginning of May. Come on.
April 29th. Yeah, it's just ticking away. It's like, come on. What's really going on?
You guys hear the rumored drafts about the Patriots and the Cowboys right now?
Yes.
What about, what's up?
Go ahead.
If there is a quarterback left at 10, the Patriots might trade up for the Cowboys. If there's a quarterback left.
Mac Jones.
I'm just saying, very interesting.
I've been calling Mac Jones to the Patriots for a long time, which I don't even think they need to trade up to get him. I think
you would get a
fall.
comp pick as well, right? Ish, we'd get a comp pick as well, right? With something like that.
No, we'll probably get their next year's first round pick.
We will. Yeah, but okay.
Yeah, no. The only way you get a comp pick is if Okay, so we have 3 or 4 this year because of the players we lost last year.
Right.
Byron Jones. It just matters how much money they make.
Right.
If they made
right.
a decent amount of money in free agency. That's how.
Well, a lot of people don't know that how it works, and so that was good to let them know that, because a lot of people don't. A lot of people hear comp picks because even at work they're like, "Clary, what's a comp pick?" And I kind of got to show them like on paper because it's kind of hard to.
Yeah, it depends on how well they did in free agency. Like Byron Jones, he got number 1 cornerback money. And we got a 3rd round comp pick for that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we got a 6th round comp pick for Jeff Heath going to the Raiders.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just small stuff like that. It helps you out. I think that's why the Cowboys are always so well during the draft, because they find a way to get these. Like Robert Quinn 2 years ago. We got him for cheap. He had a great year. Went to Chicago. We got a comp pick for that just because he had one good year. I just wish they would just get some type of free agency, but that's not going to happen.
And the fact that New England will trade, they'll trade up and then lose next year's first round. They know they don't pick in the first round anyway. So I mean, this is like nothing new to them that they already don't do.
Right.
Yeah. No,
I just find it interesting that if there, and it might be Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones is probably going to be the last out of those top big QB names. So if Mac Jones is there, bro, it might be fun. It might be a fun draft.
It's not just the Patriots though; it's also Chicago and our fellow NFC East competition, the Washington Football Team.
Right.
And if we talked about this, would you trade with your division? And if they're gonna give you 2 first round picks, I would. In a heartbeat.
No. If I was smart, I'd go with the other conference. I'd go with the AFC.
I just couldn't, because if that guy blows up to be the next generational quarterback, and I'm going, I gave my division rival the next guy, bro. Yeah. I couldn't live in myself, man.
No, but if you're the Cowboys, it's not like you're going to get that quarterback anyways. So,
but you don't want to play him twice.
True, but what if you get 2 first round picks and those 2 first round picks turn into superstars on your team?
A lot of ifs.
That quarterback even turns out to be good.
That's a gamble. That's a gamble I wouldn't want to take as a GM. And now, and speaking of GM, the fact that you mentioned Chicago looking for a quarterback in the first round, then I think the front office there need to be some adjustments there, because they gave the house up to trade up for Trubisky. And now Trubisky's on another team.
And the sad thing is, they only moved up like 1 or 2 spots.
Right.
So it was like there was no point in them even having to move. I see somebody talking about Jimmy G. Jimmy G's another name that could be moving to the New England Patriots. Belichick loved him. He wanted him over Tom Brady at one point. So I could see that happening. They traded up the 3rd overall pick, so they're going to get Justin Fields. I don't care what anybody says. They're going to, unless Zach Wilson falls to them, they're going to get Justin Fields.
Dude, Trey Lance, bro, I'm just telling you, man. He Shanahan, is Shanahan right? Kyle Shanahan?
Yep.
He talked a lot about Trey Lance, bro, but they didn't go watch him work out. So that's how you kind of know they're not interested in him. I just remember he talked a big about the kid, but I really, dude, I'm interested in Trey Lance, man. Go watch him. If you guys haven't, not you guys, but anybody listening, if you haven't watched Trey Lance, go watch some stuff on him, man. A very talented guy, dude, and his arm strength, holy smokers.
I mean, he can make all the throws.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he can throw on the run. He can throw when you roll to his right, roll to his left, and those aren't easy throws. And then he can tuck it and run it. And I think if he didn't have COVID this year, he would have played for a 3rd champion.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
His ceiling to me is Russell Wilson of what he can be.
I know, dude, but you passed. I would take a Russell Wilson in a heartbeat, dude. I mean,
yeah.
That's it. If you said that's a ceiling,
but they're saying Justin Fields can be the same thing.
Well, Loops,
he's a more athletic Dak Prescott, and he could be more accurate in years to come.
Right, and Loops, I want to answer that, because you got to think, like we say, how Ohio State has all these good guys around them. Trey Lance ain't throwing to freaking D1 athletes, man. He's not throwing to future NFL players either. It goes both ways, man.
But for him to not to throw an interception in the whole season speaks a lot.
The guy's just go look at some of his workouts, bro. God, man, I like that kid, dude. He's growing more and more on me, man. As I watch his workouts and stuff, he's the one I'm rooting for. Out of all those guys, I'm rooting for Trey Lance to do something in the NFL. That's my new favorite guy to root for.
And he got married. I don't know if it was this weekend or last weekend, but he tied the knot.
Did y'all hear about Trevor Lawrence? How
Yes.
Jacksonville Jaguar fans were sending him gifts for him and his wife.
I did not know that.
Now, how funny would it be if Jacksonville doesn't even draft him? If they draft Zach Wilson?
No, they're taking Lawrence.
No, they're taking Lawrence. There's no way.
They're taking Lawrence, dude. There's no question.
Wait. Help me, guys. Is Minshew still with the Jaguars?
Yes. Yeah, he's still with them.
Okay.
Trevor Lawrence just donated a bunch. Look, you know how he's going to Jacksonville too, because they already told him, bro, and he already donated. He donated to a bunch of charities in Jacksonville, bro. This past week, he's already got involved in the community down there. So I'm almost 99% sure, dude. It's Trevor Lawrence. He did a lot of work in the good thing, man. I mean, he's already jumping in, helping out, doing things for the community. So is that
Loops
for each one of us?
That's for you.
He asked for Loops 915 says Lance or Lawrence. Well,
I'll take Lawrence.
Look. On paper and on all the stuff they have, the when you go at all the tools and you look at everything, you would have to take Trevor Lawrence. You almost would have to. But I Trey Lance, dude, one of them dudes, bro, that I think he has it, man.
and that's the South Dakota, right?
Yeah.
To be fair, Loops, I have not looked at Lance yet. So I can't answer that question, unfortunately.
I think this is why this draft is going to be so exciting. I honestly can't remember the last time there was this many quarterbacks that could be drafted in the top 10.
Right.
They're already saying the first 3 picks are quarterbacks. And I honestly I wouldn't be surprised if Atlanta gets a quarterback. Matt Ryan only has 1 or 2 years left.
Right.
Yeah.
But they might just wait until after he's done and start rebuilding. But this helps the Cowboys, the Giants tremendously.
Right.
Now, if y'all didn't know this, Cowboys pick at 10, Giants pick at 11, and Eagles pick at 12. The Eagles put themselves in a predicament that's not going to end well. They should have stayed at 6. I have no idea why they left. They had a chance to get either Kyle Pitts, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith, even one of the best linemen out there, Penei Sewell, Rashawn Slater. And now their opportunity of getting at least one of those is very slim. And as us in the division are holding their fate in our hands, the Cowboys could be at 10 and be like, okay, we got Rashawn Slater and Kyle Pitts. Which player would you rather your division teams to have? Rashawn Slater, because I don't want Kyle Pitts to be on the Giants or Eagles.
No.
You know what I mean? So now it's not just us doing that to the Eagles, it's also the Giants doing it to them as well.
Right.
And man, that's why I can't wait for the draft, because they did that to us 3 years ago. They took Dallas Goedert away from the Cowboys, and ever since then, I never liked the Eagles during the draft. So.
Well, that's a good spot to end on. We are getting there, guys. Clary, take it away.
Yo, guys, thanks for swinging through. This is the Truce Podcast. I want to say thank you all once again for spending your evening with us tonight, and hopefully listening throughout the week if you get a chance on Spotify or the other outlets. I usually keep this real short, and I'm not gonna speak long, but be wary and be nice to people, man. I received a lot of love during on my social medias. I got some hate this week, man, and I want y'all to know: don't judge anybody. Don't judge anybody on their appearance, on what they do. Judge them for them. Judge them for them and their character. With that being said, guys, the love and support overwhelms all the negativity, though. And I want to thank you again, guys, and thanks for listening to the Truce Podcast. Much love.
What's up with it, y'all? It's your boy Cowboy Hippie. I saw Loops. I saw your question. Cowboys will win the division. I want to give a big shout out to the Ducks. My son, their flag football team won their first game in overtime this Saturday. Big shout out. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up on what Clary said. Just remember that everybody is human. Everybody makes mistakes, and remember that we need to love each other every single day because you never know when your day is not going to be there. Much love. Shout out to all my brothers and sisters out there who are serving or who have served. I want you to know your stories will always be remembered and told. And I can't wait, man. More mock drafts to come. Much love and go Cowboys.
I want to echo what those gentlemen said. We never know what people are going through on a daily basis. I want to give a quick shout out to one of my good friends. He passed away on Monday. He sang our graduation song. Rashad, you'll be missed. And I still owe you that dinner. He was a big Cowboys fan, and I lost a bet. Also, I'm going to end with this as well. Before you guys go to bed tonight, tell your mom and your dad you love them. And if you can, give them a hug and tell them how much they mean to you. Until then, we will see you guys next Sunday. Same time, man. Same time. I don't know you. Let's go Giants. Ow!